So today I lost the count of the number of days where we're at. So good morning, good lunch, good evening, whenever you're practicing. So we're gonna start in a standing pose and just warming up the body. I understand it's pretty cold or pretty humid, or maybe for some, it's just early morning, and let's warm up the body. Always important to warm up the body in the morning. So let's just stand on our feet wider than the hips. Don't pay too much attention how you're standing for the moment. We just want to arrive. We just want to feel good. Like if there's places, if you're just standing and it doesn't feel comfortable, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, send your exhale to the place that's annoying you in this moment. And we're going to start moving very soon. So take another deep breath in and then exhale. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bend the knees. So we're just going to do this movement so we can warm up the whole body. Inhaling up. So I'm looking from the side. I'm bending my knees. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Let's do this 2 more times. And then keep the arms up. And exhale, bring the right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, go over to the right. Inhale, back up, switch arms. So we're gonna move gently. So for the moment again, eventually your breath will be guiding the movement, but let's just warm up the body first. Of course, if your breath is guiding the movement, perfect. But we wanna warm up the body. And last time. And come back. Let's bring the arms in the back, interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back, lengthen out. So lengthen out the arms, really feel that you're working in your elbows and bringing the elbows closer to each other. And then watch out that your head doesn't come forward. So long spine, the feet are solidly planted into the floor. They're as wide as your hips or a little wider, depending on how strong, how stable you are. Let's inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Don't go too far. Keep your legs straight. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen out the arms. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. So keeping those arms straight, the shoulders back, bending from the hip crease. 2 more times. Inhale up. And then exhale. And then next time you inhale, let go of the hands, bend your knees and come up. And then as you exhale, come back, interlace the hands and lengthen the legs and lengthen the arms. So inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale. And inhale up and keep the arms up, lengthen out, turn the palms out and let go. Let's separate the legs a little bit more, bring the hands onto the hips and then bend one knee and then the other. So very gently keeping the feet light so that you don't block the knees. You can push yourself up with your bent leg and then coming back to center. Again, the feet as wide as the hips or a little wider and then making circles with the hips. So let the knees move with your hips, keep your feet light, and then changing direction. And then coming back to center. Bring the left arm to the side, reach the right arm up. And then we're gonna make big circles with the right arm. So see if you can keep the arm as close to your body as possible when it's there and when it's in the back. So we don't want to go for a twist. We want to keep the body and the shoulders aligned. So maybe you're here, that's fine. We just want to see if we can move that arm, and you can go a little bit faster if that's comfortable. Just don't hurt yourself. And then change direction. It should give you a little bit of warmth in your body. So observe maybe as you move forward, it goes easier. And as you move backwards, it's a little bit more different. And then bring the right arm alongside. And then go with the left. And again, we can observe differences. We don't want to necessarily focus too much on it, but it's a good thing to know your body and then changing direction. And then coming back and opening up again. And then both arms to the side. Separate your arms and now gently twist from side to side. So bend your knees. This is going to keep your hips a little bit more stable. Your feet can be together, your knees can be together. Just watch out that your knees are not moving. So just moving from side to side. And then coming back to center and release. Separate the feet, turn the toes out so the feet are wider. Bend your knees, knees going towards the toes. So really important for your knees. Place your hands on your hips or even in the hip crease, and then let's go down. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. So what we're doing now is really to warm up the body. I'm with you that it's not so warm, even if the temperature here is very different. But exhale, inhale up, exhale, and stay there. Bend your knees, open your chest. This time, press your shoulder blades together. Open your fingers wide, go a little bit deeper. Open wide. And then from your hip crease, see if you can fold forward. So don't fall forward. Keep your upper arms going back. Keep your bum pushing back, straight back, going forward. And then coming back up and inhale all the way up and exhale. So let's come to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Come into your mountain pose. Sorry. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, first forward fold, so be gentle. From your hip crease, straight back. Keep your arms to the side for now. So your legs are still straight, so maybe you're higher, maybe you're lower. From here, lower your arms. Start to bend your knees. Roll your spine, drop your head. Bend your knees a little bit more. Your belly might be on your thighs. Press into your feet and inhale, come back up. Exhale again, straight back to start. When your hamstrings scream, then you start to bend your knees and you roll your spine, your head down. Bend your knees a bit more, press into your feet, work with your legs, come back up. One more time, exhale, straight back. And then bend the knees, round the spine, drop the head. And this time, let's bring the hands onto the tibias, onto the thighs. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen out your spine. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Feel the hips pushing back, the heart reaching forward. And then exhale, fold forward. Bring the right foot back, the right knee on the floor. Untuck your toes, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, let go into the hips. So warming up, so inhale, reach the upper body up. Exhale, release in the hips. One more. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Keep your right hand on the floor. Open up towards the left. So very gently, if you're just waking up and you're like, oh, yeah, this is way too much, keep your hand on your lower back, press into your supporting arm and open up to the side. Stay with your breath. So if you're cold, if you're stiff, if you're just waking up, stay with your breath and see where your body's bringing you. And then exhale, come back to center. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee and hop your right foot forward. Bend your knees, belly on your thighs, press into your feet, work with your legs, not with your lower back, and reach up and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. So again, bend your knees in time. Inhale, long spine for 3 breaths. So take the time to find the length into your spine, into your legs. Reaching the heart forward, pushing the hips back, strong legs. And then exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands down, left leg back, left knee on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let go into the hips. So heavy in the hips, gravity is gonna play. If you need more balance, keep your hand onto your right thigh. Reaching up, inhale. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands down. Tuck your back toes, place your left hand onto the floor and then inhale, reach your right arm up or keep it on your lower back. Take a few breaths here. Don't hold. If you feel that your body is tired, breathe. Don't go so deep, but breathe. And then exhale, come back. Tuck your back toes, lift your back heel, and hop your left foot forward. Let's inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, belly on your thighs, and then inhale all the way up. Exhale. Hands onto the hips, take a step back. So your back foot is slightly out, your left foot is pointing forward. My hips are parallel with the front of the mat. Roll the shoulders back, interlace your hands, lengthen the arms, press your feet into the floor. So both feet are pressing down into the floor. Watch out that your right hip doesn't turn back. So you want your hips parallel with the front of the mat. And then from here, straight spine again. So working on the hamstrings a little bit today. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Knees are active, so lift the kneecaps, activate the quads. It's going to protect your knee. And then release in the hands, reach your arms up, open your legs, open your arms. So my feet are pointing forward. And now I'm going to turn, bringing my hands onto my hips, turn my right foot towards the short side of the mat, and adjust my left foot so that I can stand stable. So you don't want to be on one line with your hips, then on one line with your heels, sorry, because then you won't be able to stand very solidly. So hips parallel with the front of the mat, roll the shoulders back, strong legs, press your feet down, interlace your hands, roll the shoulders back, lengthen out. Exhale, fold forward. Lift the kneecaps, activate the quads. Reach your heart forward. Press your back foot back. Inhale, exhale. One more breath here. Let go of your hands. Release your hands. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. And then again, open the arms. Bring the toes towards the long side of your mat. Separate your feet more. Toes are slightly pointing in this time. Bring the hands, the fingers into the hip crease. Rolling the shoulders back, lengthening the spine, dropping the tailbone down, activating the kneecaps, activating the quads. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Straight legs. So keep those legs straight. So no need to go put your nose down. You want to keep your legs straight. You can push with your fingers into the hip crease, rolling the shoulders back, keeping the spine long, neck part of the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, maybe your hamstrings are giving a little bit of space. And then gently bend your knees, press into your feet and come all the way up. This time from your feet like this, turn the left foot out. So this time my heels are in one line. open your arms. So when you open your arms, often we're going to bring the shoulders to the shoulder blades. So turn the palms, the forearm, the upper arm, and the shoulders back. So my palms are facing the ceiling, my shoulders are rolling back, and I'm extending from my armpits all the way to the fingertips. Just turn the right palm, the back palm back, bend your front knee. So left palm is up, right palm is down, bending the left knee. And then inhale, reach up, open into warrior four. So opening the whole left side of your body. Inhale, maybe go a little bit deeper, but don't sink in your body. My back leg, my right leg is strong. My knee is active, my quadriceps is active. And then coming back down, both palms facing down. Look at your left hand, gaze forward. See if you can press a little bit more with the outside of your back foot. Inhale, exhale. Go a little bit deeper. And then inhale, press into your front leg, lengthen out the left leg, and start to come into your triangle. So we're keeping the upper body straight. We bring the left hand down, the right arm up. And then see if you can press the right hip back, and the left bum is underneath and wants to roll forward. So wants to roll under and forward. And then lengthening the upper body. Reaching up, reaching down. If you make a drawing of a triangle pose, there's energies moving in every direction. Beautiful pose. Challenging, but beautiful. And then inhale, come back up. Bring your hands into your hips, bend your front knee, turn your left toes forward, turn your right toes out. So lengthening the arms, rolling the palms up, forearms up, upper arms up and shoulders back. So really feel how your shoulders, your chest is opening here. Inhale, turn the left palm down and bend your right knee and then come into your warrior four. Reaching up. So moving gently here. If you feel that you're not breathing, you're probably going too far for this very moment. Maybe yesterday was okay, but today is not. Inhale, exhale. And then coming back for your warrior two, gaze at your front fingers, your right fingers. Press into your supporting leg, lengthen out. And then come into your triangle. So right arm goes down, left arm goes up, left hip goes back, right bum rolls underneath and comes forward. Long upper body. The neck is part of your spine, so don't drop your head down. Reach out. Press the outside of the back foot back. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly come back up. Gently bend your right knee and bring both toes towards the front. Hands onto the hips and then heel to your feet together. So come and stand in a mountain pose. Taking a breath in and a breath out. We're going to go into balance and hip opener as a preparation for a pigeon pose. So placing the hands onto the hips, separating the feet a little bit. If you need the wall to support yourself, just the fingertips against the wall. And you can eventually put your bum and your shoulders against the wall. But if you want to find your balance, keep the fingertips. What I mean, not the full hands, just the fingertips. If you don't need the wall, keep your feet a little bit wider than your hips, hands onto the hips, bend your knees a little bit. Bring the weight into the left leg, left to right, open up and cross the right ankle above the right knee. So hips are open, lengthen the upper body. Find that Tadasana, that mountain pose again. My right foot is flexed, so don't drop your right foot here. If you don't do anything with your right foot, you're gonna feel this whole leg is not working a lot. The hip is not working a lot, so active. And then you can start bending your supporting leg. So if you're against the wall, maybe you can push yourself off a little bit. If you wanna go further, hands in front of your heart, activate the core, feel how everything is starting to work. And then slowly coming forward. So the deeper you go and the more forward you go, the more you feel the opening in the right hip if you're standing on your left leg. Maybe going a little bit deeper. And then pressing into your left foot, coming all the way up, hands onto the hips and right foot down. Bring the arms alongside. Just observe for a moment how even without movement we can bring heat in our body, prana, energy. Separate your feet again, hands onto the hips. And you really want to firmly hold your hips. Bend your knees, bring the weight onto the right leg. So don't sink into your whole body. So my whole body remains in that Tadasana pose. Lift the left, open the knee, open the hip, and place the ankle above the right knee. Flex your left foot. Roll the shoulders back, strong upper body, start to bend into your supporting leg. If you're stable, bring your hands in front of your heart. This might be a big change for your stability. So if you're starting to wobble here, wait until you're stable before you start to bend from your hip crease, gently coming forward, maybe bending the supporting leg a little bit more. Inhale, exhale. And then with an inhale, press into your supporting leg. Come all the way up. Bring your hands onto your hips and leg down. Release. Let's come back to the front of the mat. Take your mountain pose. And I slowly start to roll the shoulders a few times, just the shoulders. So we did the arms in the beginning. Now just roll the shoulders. Feel if it's any difference, if it's moving a little bit better. And then I'll show it from the front. Grab the opposite upper arm. So if I show it like this, grab the opposite upper arm and then just lift a little bit. You don't need to lift all the way. And then come back. Keep the elbows at the height of the shoulders and move to the left, keeping my hips in position. So I'm just moving from the under part of my ribs. I'm moving my upper spine. So the thoracic spine is moving from side to side. So just moving gently. And then coming back to center. So back at the front of the mat, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come into your seated position. You can keep your hands on your thighs. You can keep your arms in the front, shoulders back, or arms up, whatever feels good for you. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. We're not gonna do many of these, so this is your chance. Push your hips back. Weight is mostly in the heels, a little bit on the cushions of your big toe. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands down, bring the right leg back, and bring the left leg back, and come into a plank. So from your plank, let's bring the right knee down in line with the left knee down, sorry, in line with your left hand, and then turn the left foot out. Right foot comes in line with your left knee and left hand. And then reach your right arm up, press your hips forward, and lift your right leg. So keeping the hips going up and forward. Press into your supporting arm. Reach with the other, open your chest. So don't close off here, but open. You can even open up a little bit more to the back. See if you can lift that right leg up a little bit more. And then exhale, come back. Come back into a plank. Of course, if you know full plank, full side plank, you go there. Inhale. Right knee down, in line with your right hand. Right foot out. Left foot in line with your right knee and right hand. Lift up that left hand. Press your hips up and forward. And then lift up. Lift the leg up, flex your foot. Feel your whole body working. Strong support into your right hand, right arm, right shoulder, all the way up to your left fingertips. And then coming back to center. Coming back into your plank. Knees, chest and chin down. And then inhale for Cobra, which we're gonna hold for 3 breaths. So roll the shoulders back, elbows back. Reach your heart forward. If you're very strong on the mat with your hands, pull your mat back so that you can really reach your heart forward. Maybe you can lift a bit higher. Don't force in the lower back. Tailbone goes down. And then exhale, press into your hands, come onto your knees, tuck your toes, and come into your first downward dog. Strong arms, keep the knees bent, press into your hands, roll the shoulders out, lift the hips up. Walk your dog a few times. I feel this is like speedy yoga. But I understand when you're cold, when you're stiff, when you just wake up, sometimes moving a little bit faster is going to get to where we want to be warm. And then lengthen both legs, press into your arms. So we're going into pigeon pose. Lift your right leg up. Take the time here. Lift the leg up as high as you can. Press into your hands. So this requires quite a lot of work into the hands. Lift up that right leg, super straight. And then bend your right knee and bring the right knee behind your right wrist. Walk your left leg back. Untuck your back toe. So if you need support for your right hip, if you're falling over, please take something soft so that you can slowly sink into the pose. And then open your chest and start to walk your hands forward. If your neck is going to give a 90-degree bend, you have option to put a block underneath your forehead or bend your elbows and use your arms as a support. If you're okay, if you feel that you can find length, then reach your arms out, reach your back foot, your left leg back, and with every exhale, sink into the floor. So we'll stay here for 5 long breaths. No holding. If the knee's hurting, you want to go on your back and do the same thing, but by holding on to your knee and your foot and yourself not having the weight of your body onto your knee. Two more breaths here. And then place your hands under your shoulders, press yourself up, tuck your back toes, and come into downward facing dog. So dance your dog, walk your dog, whatever you need to do. And then lengthen both legs, find your beautiful downward dog. Let's inhale, come back into plank. We'll do another cobra, or if you want, upward dog. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. If you want to do upward dog, do reverse push-up of chaturanga. And then inhale, rolling over the toes, Only toes and hands touch the floor. And exhale, downward dog. Lift your left leg up. And again, let's stay here for 2 breaths. Length into the right leg, strength into the left leg, strong upper body. Open up, lift up, flex your foot. And then with an exhale, bend your left knee, bring your left knee behind your left wrist, and glide that right leg back. The further you glide it back, the deeper you will be on the floor. Now have a check, make sure your toes, your heel, your knee, and your hips are in line with you on your right side. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen your upper body, and then gently come forward. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling. And then slowly placing your hands down again, tucking the back toes, and coming back into your downward dog. Just to stretch out your left leg, your hips, dance it a little bit. And then bring the knees down. And let's turn around and sit. Stretch out your legs in the front so you know that if you're falling back, sit on a pillow, sit on something. But first of all, we want to get the flesh of our bum away. So bring your hand on the hamstrings and then push the flesh all the way back from your bum everywhere. Bring the right foot in and over your left leg. So my left leg is active. My right foot is on the outside of my left leg and my toes are pointing forward. And I try to keep my foot on the floor here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hold on to your right knee with both hands. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen the spine. And then hug your right knee with your left arm. So there's already a little twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Reach your right arm up. And then as you exhale, turn towards the right, keep the left foot and the left leg active, and then bring your right hand on the floor. If the floor is too far, you grab a block, a book, but you don't want to have your right shoulder in your right ear. So you really want to roll the shoulder back, shoulder blade down, and then exhale, twist a little bit more. So I'm holding on to my right knee. It's really a very tight hug. So every exhale, roll a little bit more back. You can look back or you can look to the side, depending what feels good for you. That's just a little extra twist. We're focusing on the twist in the spine, in the belly. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, coming back. If you feel the need to do a little counter twist, go to the left. And then lengthen your right leg. Bring the left foot in and over your right leg. So again, the foot stays on the floor, toes pointing forward. My right leg is active. First of all, hands interlaced just below my left knee, and then lengthening out the spine. Inhale, exhale. And then hug your left knee with your right arm. Reach the left arm up. So we're already a little bit twisted. So if this feels like, oh my gosh, my belly is all compressed, release a little bit in the grip. Find space. And then reach your arm up. And then as you exhale, turn towards the left. Bring your left hand in the back. Make sure you can have some solid ground there. So if you have a carpet, you might be gliding with your hand. Maybe you want to turn in a different way on your mat so that you can grip onto your mat. Roll that left shoulder back. Lengthen with every inhale and then twist a little bit more, maybe adding your gaze towards the back. 2 more breaths here. And then on an exhale, coming back to center, looking to the other side, counter twist, and then coming back. This time, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Again, make sure that you can sit straight, that you don't fall on the back of your sitting bones. So a couple of options, as long as you can stay straight with your spine. You can interlace your fingers on the outside of your little toe. You can hold on to your ankles, or you can even hold on somewhere around on your lower legs. So roll the shoulders back. Elbows can bend and eventually press into your thighs, but make sure that your upper body is long. So there's quite a lot of work happening here. Can you, without your arms even, press your hips down because you're holding on to something, your legs or your ankles or your feet, and just open up those hips. So purely with muscle power here. Or you can press with your elbows, but then you release in the hips so that you can go a little bit deeper. So there's 2 approaches here. And then slowly coming back. Bring the hands on the outside of the knees and bring them back together. Place your hands behind your thighs now. Roll the shoulders back. And then with a straight back, lean back. Activate the core. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lean back. Activate the core. Maybe you can go all the way down with a very active, straight upper body. Maybe there's a limit to this goodness or to this challenge. And then you just start to roll 1 vertebra at a time on the floor, starting from your tailbone. And then bring the knees into your chest. Opening the arms to the side. Keeping the knees where they are. So my knees are quite high now compared to my hips, and that's okay. I'm just gonna roll to the right, just a little bit, not all the way to the ground. And then coming back. And then roll to the left. And then coming back. Now I'm gonna bring my hips at the height of my knees at the height of my hips. So my knees are above my hips. My feet are flexed. And my heels are at the same height as my knees. And then now I'm gonna do the same. Exhale towards the right. Inhale towards the center. Exhale towards the left. And inhale towards the center. And now lengthen out your legs. Reach the heels up. And we're gonna do the same. So this is harder. So exhale towards the right. So you can use your arms to not lift your left side totally. Use your abdominals, of course. Inhale towards the center. Exhale towards the left. Inhale towards the center. And then bring the feet down, bend your knees. Separate your feet as wide as your mat. Your knees are bent. And then slowly drop your knees towards the right. Keep the feet on the floor. So you're come onto the outside of your feet or the inside of your left foot, the outside of your right foot. And just let it be here. And then inhaling back up and change sides. So up to the left with the knees, outside of the left foot, inside of the right foot, and let it be. And then coming back to center. Bring the knees back together, back to the chest. Hug your knees, lift your head, lift your shoulders, make a little ball. Take a breath in, make a smaller little ball. And one more time, exhale, smaller. And then inhale. And then with the next exhale, lengthen out the legs to each corner. Arms in Shavasana, head, neck, long. If you feel that your lower back is very curving, bend your knees just for a moment, place your feet on the floor and bring the tailbone towards your heels and then come back down. So just to find that comfort. If it's still bothering you, then you place something under your knees. Take a deep breath in and exhale, release. Let the body sink. Let it go, let it be. Relax all the muscles from your face, your forehead, your jaw, your eyelids, your eyebrows. It's as if they're gliding to the sides of your face, the skin of your nose, gliding towards the floor. And then, of course, if you want to stay here, stay here. Otherwise, just start to move your right toes, just the right toes. Did you already start with both feet and fingers and everything? Let's just change things around. Stay aware, alert. And then move your left toes and the right toes and the right fingers and the left fingers. And your nose, make some faces. Maybe gently roll your head from side to side. Move your ankles, your wrists, maybe bending the elbows. Start to bend your knees. Lift the arms up and overhead as you inhale, and then stretch out your legs again and stretch yourself out. So moving things around a bit. We create habits so easily. Then we become very unconscious of what we're doing. And then exhale, bring the knees into the chest. And then roll over to your right side and gently coming up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands in front of your heart, gently tucking your chin. And we moved pretty fast today, so you might feel still a little bit shaken. I hope you're warm. Thank you for sharing. I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.